We are something else.
All right. Wow. Welcome to We Are Something Else, episode 228. Started up. Oh, and we starting it up. It's your boy Kaleo. There's Sammy Slayedit on a baddie behavior. It must be the first Thursday of the month. Now, look, we may look a little funny up here because it's just the two of us. And you know what? I don't know where the other two are. We got off early today, so who knows? Look, Kendall must have called. Oh, they must have been listening to Kendall like, yo, you're right. He got us working the night before a holiday. Man, we're going to protest. We're going to sit out. But you know what? Hey,
I'm still trying to understand the protest because y'all worked on Juneteenth.
Right. I have, look, I sent the link out.
Thank you, Jen. Hi.
I'm going to double check.
The link?
I sent the link. Ain't nobody said nothing about not getting no link.
Nobody responded. Nobody
responded. Like, this is, I mean, hold on. I'm gonna paste it one more time. I pasted it in the chat. I don't know, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's go.
Well, damn, Kendall, hold on now. Wait.
Hold on. I'm more comments too. Oh, what do you say? Hold on, wait.
Well, good night, everybody.
Look, I mean, it is. Let me just go. Let me greet everybody. Who do we have here tonight? We have started, of course, Kendall B Show. Lewis, welcome. Normally, well, I'll be damned. There's one.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lewis, yeah, normally, you know, it's 4 or 5 of us, but you know, Risa, good to see you. Dave J on the mic. Jen Glenn, Tia, good to see you. Britt, good to see you. Kasia, good to see you. Jingling, that's here already. All right, cool. Snarky Mac, Airstream Queen, Michelle, and yeah, look, this is there's Dimitri. All right, boom. It is what it is. Oh, bro, you got something loud over there. Lot of noise. There we go. Okay, so with all that said, Sammy, how have you been? How was your week? Welcome. I mean, haven't seen you in about a month, so how's everything?
Every month. What?
Oh, you know, we did the soul test. I mean, the smoker spiel, and you weren't there. So
that's true. I woke up and you weren't there. It's been a hell of a week. Next week is gonna be even crazier. We got month end going on. Of course, it's always month end going on, and then BD1. And when I come here, it's like, yeah, work was chaotic. So that's been pretty much my life. And then I had all my nephews last week, so I was jam-packed with kids, boys at that. It's been wild. I survived. I'm still surviving. I got the girls next weekend, so we're gonna keep it pushing because after that it's my holiday.
Got you. There it is. Hey, what's good, bro?
Still working, bro. Still working.
Okay. Got you. I give a little grace period for the 3-hour delay on the West Coast, so it's still working hours over there. Now we got off about 6 hours ago. No, I take that back. It's 9:30. So about 5 hours ago, maybe even more than that. Whatever. Let's get through it. So With all that said, look, my week has been good. I'm glad to be here. It's a holiday weekend, all that good stuff, fireworks. We got a long video to watch. So I want everybody to tune into this video because this is our first topic of the night. And I couldn't consolidate the video anymore because we need all this information. So with all that said, let me get my graphic. Let's wrap. So to give you some backstory real quick, Dame Dash recently had to file bankruptcy and all that. I mean, he recently he was in a lawsuit. He was determined to have to give up pretty much majority of all his assets just for a backlog of money that he owed people. And, it's not pretty. And we know what Dame has done for hip hop. We know, he's been in and out of certain rooms and his money was, up that way. But I caught this podcast and these comments were given. We're gonna talk about it. So it's about 4.5 minutes long. So here we go.
About it, but nobody's talking to you. You could feel the talking when you walk in the room, and then when you walk in, the room gets silent. Right. Like when people feel like, like oh, we know what's going on with him. To me, I think this is what happened with Dame is some real high school-ish to me. It's like, oh, the man is going through something. No one should enjoy watching that. And I'm being honest with you, it kind of makes me lose a little respect for Hov.
Wow.
A little respect for Hov. A little. Not a lot, but a little. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, like, I know Memphis Bleak is your man. He went on record saying he'll always be a millionaire, right? Because Memphis Bleak is your man. I get it. Tata is your man. Those are his little mans that he looked out for. Mm-hmm. Dame was your peer. And to me, if I'm up $2.5 billion, I'm not going to let somebody who I loved, like they still the godfather of each other kids. Jay can make one phone call and change that man's life. He can make one phone call and help that man, and he won't. And to me, it's like, so let's look at it from the 48 laws of power, right? So they say crush your enemy totally. So, okay, Damon, we know they're frenemies because we know they still got love for each other because when they talk about it, but they're just not friends right now. So they say crush your enemy totally. Like, that's a law of power. Crush your enemy totally. Once you see it, Dame Dash loses everything, he's totally crushed. He has nothing but his kids and his family. We don't even know, like, at least tap in, like, yo, go stay at my New York house for a minute, get on your feet. It's something that we do as black people. One of my idols is this guy named Jerry Weintraub. And Jerry Weintraub tells a story about when he went bankrupt. He lost like $60 million on his studio that he opened out of his pocket, and he went bankrupt. And he was like, it was the worst thing that ever happened to him. But what really got him through it was his friends that was higher up. So like one friend would call and say, yo, Jerry, because the reason why it's hard for me to get on Dame and why I won't do it is because I am Dame. Everybody in here is Dame. Like, we're all just hustlers trying to fucking make it in life, right? So we're all Dame. Dame took on the highest of the highest, right? He took on the Leors, he took on the industry and won, right? First of all. But his man let him, go out by himself. He's dead. Now he's don't have nothing. And to me, I feel like this is when Jay has to step in. Like, nigga, there's people I don't like. It's like one or two people I don't like. But like, if I don't like you and we were family, like if that was my brother, I don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't care how mad I am at you.
I don't really.
That's my brother. My big brother was Big's brother. Used to be Dame and Big's brother. Who like it's like that's my brother, bro. Man. So for me, it's like if we brothers. When that man fall, when everybody see Dame, the first thing you think about is Hov. First, Dame Hov. Like, why do we even care about Dame? Because of Hov. Y'all responsible for each other. When Jay does something crazy, they ask Dame. Jay don't do interview. So when Dame does something crazy, they don't ask Jay. But Jay, they mention Jay. So it's like, I just feel like friends should help. Fucking Lenny S, fucking Tata, fucking Jay Brown, all you guys who are around Hov right now who's getting crazy money. Y'all my bro. I love y'all. But like, that nigga broke the door down for everybody. And if y'all leave him out to dry, what are y'all telling the world? What are y'all telling God? You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's like, make a phone call. Help a nigga out. That's your man. He'll be a better ally now. He's down. Help him out. So to me, I hope Jay steps in. because that was me, I would absolutely. I don't give a fuck. It's just because you're mine. If we see Dame homeless, if we see, God forbid, knock on wood, we see Dame homeless right now on the street, and somebody catch a video of him sleeping on the ground, who you think they're going to tag? Jay-Z. He's your responsibility. We know him because of you. I know you don't want to think like that, but that's how the world works.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, how does that work though? If they had a falling out, because I would have. I didn't
say. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't say go be his friend, Rocky. I didn't say go because you're saying. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm acknowledging the falling out. I'm talking about the charity you do. Jay-Z is out here freeing, helping people get out of jail. People he don't even know.
But depending on what Dame did to him,
I don't care what he did to you, because what did he do for you? What he did for you outweighs what he did to you, because look where you are.
Yeah.
You don't get there without him. Yeah. So I get it. That's what I'm saying. Like it gets, I understand it. Like, and let me just say this. Poor people are the only people that have the.
All right. So I don't even know where to begin. There's a lot of points that I want to make out of that video. First of all, if we've been in the trenches together, that's one thing. That's cool. Once you start out here in the streets talking about me, and you every time we in an interview, my name come out your mouth and it's in a negative way, what makes you think I need to do something for this person? How do you know that I haven't already done something for this person? Sometimes people with money move in silence. Everybody with money don't need to let everybody know that I helped this brother out. You only see what you see. You don't know behind the scenes. Obviously, you don't know Jay, or you're not close to Jay, because anybody close to Jay is not talking like that, right? So let's talk about that. Again, how do you know he hasn't given Dame money before? Dame is a grown-ass man who has had multiple opportunities and multiple millions in his pocket. Dame just spends, or he takes the hard risk, as they say, right? Dame, he's frivolous with his money. He owe a lot of people. Why is Jay-Z responsible for getting him straight? Just because we came in the game together? How many years ago was that? How much longer do I have to hold you up? Right? Me and E been boys for a minute. If we break on bad terms and personal attacks start happening and E fall, yeah, I might feel bad for him, and it might be one time I'll like, look, here you go. Here's the one time right here. I may owe you this, but that's it. How many times? All right. And if this guy, first of all, his name is Ray Daniels. If Ray Daniels cares so much about what Jay-Z is doing for Dame Dash or not doing for Dame Dash, won't you come out your pockets? Because you care about other people's money so much, he seems like the type of guy that's like, I gave him $100,000 because I care. He didn't say that. Right? My responsibility, he said, Dame is Hove's responsibility. Why is another grown-ass man my responsibility? Again, how much longer do I have to hold you up? All right. And what if Hove was at his last straw? Right? Niggas can be tired of other niggas, for real. I'm just saying. All right. Sammy, let's get your thoughts on this.
I agree with everything you just said. Like, you hit the nail on the hammer. Why is Jay responsible for this man? He's been bankrupt. He lost his 33% of Rock Nation, right? So like he put himself in all these holes. Why do I need to come clean up these holes that you made or you dug, whatever? Because I knew how to be smart and do what I need to do. Now, I do feel like Jay probably did help him in the past and just didn't say nothing because he's not really public about a lot of what he does. So again, no, like whatever that what's his name again?
Ray Daniels.
Ray Daniels.
Yeah,
Whatever Ray Daniels was talking about, like, why would you even bring Jay-Z up? That it makes no sense. I'm not taking care of no grown ass man that had the same 24 hours I got, the same amount of money I had, the same stakes in it. Yeah, we was in the trenches, but we grown. We out the trenches. I did what I needed to do with my stuff. You did it.
Exactly. We grown men now, like grandkids. Like,
Yeah, but at fault though, right? You know what I mean? Like what he was saying on both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying in regards to, and let's be honest. I'm sure there's people that are in the comment section that who are old enough who should remember how the actual fall off happened, right? Dame didn't do it. Dame was still running the business like he was supposed to. They had entered in a lot of money deals, and Jay just bowed out because he wanted to do something different. And there's more to it. I think on surface value, we're saying this, and I get it from a stance of, you know, the not helping somebody out that's done wrong, right? But who did who wrong first? So we're not gonna go back and forth and say tit for tat, but if Jay was the one that did Dame wrong first, and everybody's looking like, well, how did that happen? Why did that happen? Why are we talking about it in this sense where like Dame was the one that got the bad end of the stick because of his idea to leave Rockefeller and go do his own thing, right? So you build something. So I'll give you the same example. Cleo, we build WRSC up, you know what I'm saying? And you decide that you want to go, you know, that you want to keep going this route, but I decide I want to go somewhere else and I make it and this shit falls. Is that on me or is that on you? Right?
Right.
And how it was done, because everybody sees it was a collaboration, but I didn't say that I was gonna go make my own move, do my 1-2, and still kind of get my shit together, and then this shit fall off. They're gonna be looking at me like, why I do that? Why did I do that to you? You know what I'm saying? But years later, if it falls hard on the other side, then it's just an issue. But I mean, at the end of the day, listen, you shouldn't be accountable for any grown man's business. If you are locked in with somebody on a brother level or a friend, not even a friend, like family type shit, like if you give me the ability to say that your kids is my niece and nephew, it's a different level of respect that's gonna happen money wise anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna want that to filter off. So what's wrong with our culture now? We can't stand to see other people living as good as us, let alone pick somebody up without having it be some moral shit behind it. But I get it. Not everybody can go as well. So, you know, Dame has got his faults. Jay got his faults. At the end of the day, we're talking about two grown-ass men that probably has some personal shit that happened. Here we are talking about finances and who can help out who. When 9 times out of 10, everybody got a fucking family member that they ain't helping out that's on bad times as well. So
Right.
don't say shit about it.
Absolutely. Like, again, you see what's going on with Kanye right now, right? Is that Jay's fault too?
That's what they're gonna say.
I don't care
Apparently.
Exactly. I don't care who I'm linked to. That ain't my fault. Like, we came into and we can move on shortly. We came into this business together, right? We had the idea. Jay-Z, Biggs, and Dame. We had this idea. We grew the idea. We all phase out at some point. It's a next chapter. You can't be 19, 20 years old still hustling. Like, people evolve.
And they never had the conversation, like when Jay decided to make the change, like, oh, like, y'all don't think they had a conversation
Right.
like, hey, I want to go this route.
Right.
Can we make this? You don't think they had the conversation?
And however it happened,
they bros, godparents, they didn't have.
Nah, if you look at, hell no. If you look at it, like I said, this was something that had been tracked over time. If you look at it, they didn't have their first like in-person meeting. I think that shit was damn near 10 years after the fact.
It was like at the Hall of Fame. I think it was in the Hall of Rock Fame.
And then they had a one-on-one. I think I can't remember if it was like recorded, but it was even still where they left that table on some like, I still feel the same way. You did me dirty. And Dame was saying this, and Jay was just like, he just sat there like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a grown man made a decision to leave a situation, and there was more. Like I said, there was more to it. Biggs went to jail for a reason. and now you had Dame was holding down a whole entire record label and then some. So how are we gonna sit there and say this man made everybody multi-millionaires and all of a sudden he's the one to blame because Jay's the one that decided to go do his own thing?
Right. So quick question, and then we can move on. Do you think
goofy out here, bro?
Do you think if Dame came to Hove and asked him for a helping hand, you think he would do it? I think he would. I think if Dame, because it's pride, right? It's ego and pride. There's a reason why at this point we don't know if he's gone to Jay yet or not. But I believe if the man asks for a helping hand, I think that's the only way. If Jay is to help, that happens. I don't think he volunteers. I think because of the beef, I think somebody has to humble and ask if that's the case. All right.
I get that. I mean, shit. People fall. Listen, if people fall on that sword and have to go to that moment where they have to ask, you know what I'm saying? Like just on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Some shit really happened on my side, and I gotta sit there and I gotta make that phone call to you, bro. Knowing your situation, regardless of how where you at. Yeah, you got to make that, but you also got to realize. I think that's what everybody's getting on is if he is going to ask that man, or if he's going to fall on the sword and ask for that help. The thing that has to change also now is the respect level and how you go around doing that shit. Because again, we're not going to keep helping people that don't want to help themselves.
That's a great segue for our next video.
Go get a job, they're gonna take my Section 8. Then you won't be able to get no Section 8. You're not going to get no job. They're gonna count your income against my Section 8 and my link card. You're not working. No. So I don't care what you gotta say. I don't care how you feel. You're not working. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to school. You're not doing none of that shit.
But Ma, I'm saying how I'm supposed to be successful in life, Ma. So you basically telling me I gotta be broke to be successful? I got to be broke so I can get Section 8?
You got to be broke so the government can help you.
So the government can help me? So you telling me I can't work no job, bro? Like, that's like all my friends got jobs and live in nice houses. So you telling me I got to go through the same thing you went through?
If you don't do any of that, they're going to take my Section 8.
How?
Won't they be like, you can go get yours at ease. You can go get a nice house.
No, they will look at that and be like, he's doing something and give me a bigger house, Ma. That's what you told me.
Where I'm gonna go? I don't have no job.
I can get off your Section 8 and apply for my own Section 8.
But if you do that, you're gonna have to go the hard way. It's gonna take a long.
So what? That's what I'm saying.
2 months, get on Section 8, find you a nice apartment, go get you a link card. You will be fine. You don't have to sit up and work. You don't have to work no job. The government is here to help us. Getting no job. If you go get a job.
So that video kind of went viral this week, or maybe I just caught onto it this week. But in this video, obviously, you see a mom and her son having a conversation. He wants to get a job. Obviously, the job is going to mess up her income, her Section 8 income, right? Now, unfortunately, this is not a situation to people. Because it's not just our people, because we're the smallest population on Section 8. I'll tell you that. But it's not just us. But unfortunately, this is not a new situation. This happens often. And honestly, when I was watching the video, I'm not sure if this is just one of those clickbait viral videos, like, let's just put this out here just to go viral. But it's a real situation. And as a parent, right? I would never do anything to hinder my kids' growth. Right? That's your number one. I don't care what trials and tribulations I've gone through, where I'm at in life. Like, if my kid wants to grow, my struggles aren't their struggles. But you're hindering somebody who could be bringing in rent to the apartment or bringing in extra any kind of income, because she said she wasn't working. Right? Bringing in something. And then she also told him that he's not going to school. Now, one thing about getting older is at some point you're an adult, and that she's gonna phase out of Section 8 anyway at some point. So I don't know. Like I said, if this is a real situation, I don't know if this video per se is real, but if this is a real situation, it happens all the time, and we have to help ourselves. We have to do a little better at helping ourselves. But at this point, I mean, the man wants to work. You can't stop anybody from wanting to work. But like it's going to start trickling down. What if he says, all right, you know what? I'm not going to work. You're right. I'm gonna do the same thing, and then it's the trickle down effect, and then here we go. So let's treat this as if this was a real video. E, thoughts?
Run, nigga, run.
All right.
I agree. As a parent, like I would want to see my child doing way better than what I am, and I'm doing pretty good. So I want to see him reaching for all types of stars. I don't ever want to see my child have to get on Section 8 one. But like to tell him not to go to school and that's something he's aspiring to do, anything he's aspiring to do, I'm gonna make sure I make it happen. And I think that's another thing that like parents expect to be like taken care of after they've raised their children. And I think that's wild as hell. Like you made me, you did the do. It was your job to raise me. It's not my job to take care of you. It's just, you know, if I'm put in the right space and you've raised me correctly, then I'll do what I need to do. But I think that's wild that she's setting that child back like that, and he do need to get the hell away.
Yeah, I agree.
Yo, what's good, fam?
Don't do my bro like that. Don't do my bro like that.
Nah, that was a wild thing for a mom to say, bro. So yeah.
All right. All right. No more videos for tonight. But before we move on, real quick, this is just something that we were talking in the Snarky sessions this week, which you can find on Station Head at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. And I just want to get your thoughts and ideas, or your thoughts on this, right? The go home bag. I had a bigger graphic than this, but the go home bag. So a gentleman, had a lovely night with his lady or a lady, and on the way out, he told her to pick up a parting gift. Like you get at a birthday party. Go get your gift bag on the way out, and it looks like they maybe like $20 to $40 up there. See me. It looks like it could be $20 to $40 in there. A Lipton tea, some Doritos, a sandwich, which we were trying to talk about earlier, if there was cheese on it or not. But yeah, so fellas or have you ever have you ever received a parting bag? After a night of whatever you want to call it.
No, I've never received a parting bag, but my man Walmart, Derek Jeter out here with, because that's the originator of all of this. He's the first one. If you are unfamiliar with the story, Derek Jeter used to give gift baskets. Like it was not in a plastic bag, bro. You know what I mean? So, we got Bud Light Derek Jeter out here doing his thing. Shout out to him, bro. Like, yeah, send him off.
Nah, you can get no parting gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, you found your way over here, you can find your way back home. Sleep in your own bed.
I've never received a parting gift. I've maybe had a sandwich, but no parting gift. But niggas need to take notes. I'm down with some $40 with Doritos in the not a Lipton,
and it looked like it could be weed in that bag too. I don't know. I was trying to.
Okay, they can keep that, but the rest of it, I'm thinking, send me home, right? Like, yeah, I'll be back.
Okay. I mean, this is almost like the equivalent to Jacqueline leaving Marcus the $200 on the dresser.
I don't think it's equivalent.
She loves the party. Yeah.
I think the way she did that was kind of dirty, but I think this is a kind gesture. It's different.
Okay, look, it's cool. It's cool. I've never given anyone a parting gift, nor have I ever received one. So, this could be something to take note on. I'll say that. Ain't no damn cheese.
Shout out to Snarky Mac.
I'm about to piss off Snarky. All right, we don't want to do that. What we want to do is shout out our sponsors at D-Cup Customs.
Welcome to D-Cup Customs, the most creative crafter in these streets. At the heart of the magic is Doreen. If you can dream it, she can create it. Need a one-of-a-kind piece for your business, your project, or even just your ego? We got you. And it's not just tumblers either. We have shot glasses, pens, mugs, badge reels. Basically, if it holds ink or drinks, we do it. And Doreen, she made me a custom Black Panther cup. I was drinking out of it and somebody wanted it so bad, they offered to buy it from me right then. And Doreen looked at me and did this.
Take it, fool. Turn down that good money.
Look at this piece. It's gonna be amazing when it's done. But we don't just do ink and glitter. We also do custom vinyl. So again, if you can think of it, she can do it. We also love working with our guys, and we can't wait to work with you. So if you use the code WRSE15, you will get 15% off your order. Thanks. See you soon.
All right. Shout out to the wonderful folks at D-Cup Customs. Go to dcupcustoms.com. Get you a tumbler, get you something. Here's, look, I got my custom tumbler right here. Look, it represents pretty much all things me. Infrared 6 Jordans are my fave. There's me up there. Look, DC, where I'm at. We got a little bit of something else right there. There's the cherry blossoms. There's Pharrell. There's Chuck. There's the Prince Love symbol. Yeah, look, shout out to Dimitri and Doreen, the wonderful folks at D-Cup Customs. We're moving right along here.
Why you popping up on me?
Yeah, she get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, she get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it.
All right, it must be baddie behavior time with Sammy. First Thursday of the month.
What do you do? What's up?
We got the full crew here now, so I'm privy to these graphics. I don't know where you're going with them, so.
Not you don't know. I mean, I think it's obvious where we going with them. I don't, okay. we doing some baddie do's and don'ts.
Okay, what you got?
All right, so this week we got baddie do's and don'ts. I know the summer is here. We're gonna be outside, so these are things that you should do and also should not do. And then, fellas, if you want to chime in, a little bit on something, like if y'all do some of these things or not, or if you see a baddie doing or not doing some of these things, add your little 2 cents. We will accept the 2 cents for now. All right. Let's go with the next one, Kaleo.
The next one?
Yeah. All right. Do pregame. When you're going outside, you need to pregame. You need to link with your friends. Have a nice playlist. Get you some drinks in you. I think we had one more little note on there, Kaleo. If we could.
One more note?
There we go. Yeah. Set up appointments ahead of time. That is actually a very, very important note. Set up your appointments ahead of time, and y'all know what type of appointments I'm talking about. Do that during your pregame, okay?
Okay. Is it back to this one?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
you about to be fired.
No, I'm not. There you go. It's that one.
All right, have your purse essentials. You need a portable charger, travel perfume, lip gloss, your ID, wipes, because the toilet seats is and the paper. You need wipes. You need protection. 2 different types of protection. You might need a GAT. You might need okay. Yeah.
Because if you don't bring one of those protections, you're going to leave with a parting gift. Yeah, I'm sorry.
True. And then the last 2, you need come here. Yeah, my vision just. Where we at?
Where? Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, he fired. He fired.
I'm sorry.
You need a brush for your hair, and you need keys, possibly with an air tag, because baddies forget their keys. So you need that. You need that. You need to do that. You need to make a checklist. Make sure you have all this stuff in your purse. Okay, now we can go next. There we go. Have an exit plan if they shooting, if he ugly, if you too lit, and if your feet hurt. Okay? It's very important. If they shooting, run. Make sure you know where all the exits are. If he's ugly, you need a safe word with your friends. Or maybe a fake name. We do fake names a lot. I'm not about to tell y'all what my fake name is, but no, yes, I have a fake name. Make sure you have those locked and loaded. Maybe y'all need a code word. I think I seen some girls use was it bird? Use a code word, please. All right. And then do have fun. Dance. Put your phone down. Stand on a table. Do a split. My number one. And okay. We might have to talk about barking at somebody. You want to bark at somebody. You just don't want to do it over the internet. Okay. We're not going to get into that, but you don't want to bark at somebody over the internet. You bark at somebody in person. I think that's a little more cordial, a little more, I don't know.
Ultimus.
All right, here's the don'ts. Don't call your boo. This is why we said when you pre-gaming to set up your appointment. While we outside, we don't want to hear you arguing with your man. We don't want to hear you in love with your man. We don't want to hear you crying with your man. You do that shit when we get back in the car or again before while we pre-gaming. Okay, next. Don't cry in the club. Again, that's for the car ride home, okay? I know they're going to get you with some of those songs because they do it. They do it. They'll get you with some of those songs. They might have that one where, you just think about that one person and it's like, save the crying in the car. Like we can have a group session. I'm down with that. We've had enough drinks. Don't you cry in the club. Don't piss me off. Don't overspend. This is actually, we might have to have a whole segment on this. Don't get no damn section. They make you spend like $400 or $500 for a $50 bottle of cheap liquor, and then it don't even. And if you don't finish the bottle, I had one section in my life. If you don't finish the bottle, they keep it.
Can you read that?
Never again, ever. Like I was so gypped out, and it was only me and another friend. Like it was only two of us, and we got a section because I don't understand. But don't ever do it. Don't talk to strangers unless they offer you a drink. I'm kidding. Don't accept drinks from strangers unless you like. If you ain't seen the bartender pour it, don't accept that drink. Yes, make friends, but don't be telling strangers all your business. Again, we got fake names. Yeah, I'll be telling strangers you live around the corner or you came here by yourself or it's just you and your homegirl. And your homegirl scary. Like, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So make friends. Just be aware of what you got going on. I think we got one more, Kaleo.
Is there one more? No, you went to the whole list.
I think the last one was don't get lost. Don't get lost. I am one of the friends that likes to wander off, but I'm working on that. I'm growing. I'm becoming better. Don't get lost because everybody gonna be pissed off. They gotta find you the whole time you in the bathroom talking to strangers.
All right.
She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it.
All right. Well, look. If you don't want to get lost, where am I at? There we go. You can find DC Shy Pie if you stay in the house and don't want to get lost. WRSE 10, save 10%. Look, it's a Chicago-based, Chicago deep dish based in the DMV. Black-owned business. Shout out to Grant. Shout out to Margaret. Shout out the Thompsons in general. Because look, they just opened up their brand new location in DC. It's soft opening yesterday down in Union Market. The grand opening, the bigger grand opening will be in August sometime. But look, it's been a long time coming. Try to get Grant on the show next week just to talk about how the first week at the new location has been. Look, go to D-Cup. Go to DC Shop Eye. Order yourself a pizza. They ship across the U.S. Save 10%. WRSE 10. All right. And that leaves us. Before we get to this, Josie, let me get everybody to like and subscribe. We got a few folks in here. Yeah. All righty. Go ahead. What do we have for Is It Just Z?
So real quick, something that should have talked about kind of when the shit was going on. But you know, I think because it's in my backyard, I think it's something that I definitely need to speak on. And I can, you know, give a fuck about people's political views or anything of that nature. But what it really comes down to is, you know, just human decency at the end of the day. So, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody either knows somebody or knows. I'm pretty sure everybody knows somebody that's, you know, if not affected directly by this, not too far removed from it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit right here, this shit is like, it's beyond out of hand. Like, listen, like I said, I can care less about your political reviews on one side or the other. The human decency of how this shit is going down is out the fucking window. It's to the point now where, again, you got damn near a whole SWAT team for, you know, a single lady that's outside that's just doing vendor shit, that's been serving the community, ain't done nothing wrong, committed no crimes, but you know what I'm saying, just because, you know, people feel a certain way about certain shit, but also these motherfuckers are breaking the law. Nobody wants to say shit about it. So, you know, I just feel like it's something that I had to talk about, because at the end of the day, you know, this shit's out here in our backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, at the hotel gearing up so they can go out and, you know, start just hassling people and just, you know, haggling people and shit. And, you know, there was at one point in time, and, you know, this might be for like me, Kendall, Snarky, just kind of our people out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, the community tied to, like, you know, the black and brown, like, culture, it's a tight-knit group, even though sometimes, you know, we have some, you know, some miscommunication on things and how shit goes, but at the end of the day, we're gonna ride for them just like they ride for us when shit goes wrong. And you know, it's been some people to make sure that, you know, they hard workers, you know what I'm saying, the ones that are the right ones that are doing the way they supposed to. You dig? Now, again, I understand it. There's some people that should not be here. You know what I'm saying? You over here committing, you know, goofy ass crimes and doing dumb shit. Yeah, you should get the fuck up out for sure. But I think we know more that are definitely doing, you know what I'm saying, good, just trying to live, trying to make a living for themselves, and just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just be a part of something, you know, feed their families. But the way that they rolling up on these people, and then when they get the shit wrong, they just leave and they don't say shit. You know what I'm saying? It just gets to the point where this shit gets, like I said, you know, it's getting bad. You know what I mean? And I really feel like, you know, something I had to speak on. You dig? I know usually I'll be on here to piss everybody off, but this right here is some shit. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't hit your neighborhood, it will sooner than later. And like I said, we ain't even in a full year of this shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Buckle up. You dig?
All right. All right, CB, what do we have for that copper chop this week?
So we got the official teaser of the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1 low that will be coming out later this year. And there had been, I think, some pictures that had already leaked. But, you know, we got like an official Nike video, Nigel riding up. I think in general, most of us are going to be, you know, excited about these. But to go along with this one, talk about how you would compare these to the other Nigel releases that have come out, and even the other ones, if you like the other ones that he did. So you know what I mean. The collab for these joints, you know, we're gonna guess. They haven't announced a price, but the premium Air Jordan 1 low prices are in like the 140 to 150 range retail. And I have to imagine that these are going to be reselling for at least double that. You know what I mean? Right. But if y'all can cop them for retail, you copping or chopping. For me, these are a definite cop. And I am, you know, a Jordan 1 guy. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for these. I'm really excited for these. I don't know if these are better than the brick by bricks, you know, but I'm really excited for these. How are you feeling?
I need y'all to explain the hype, because it looked like somebody peed on the shoe and just left it there. And I need y'all to give me a little more insight, because it's definitely a chop.
There are going to be some pretty cool details on the sneaker. I think there's like some wear away details. It's an aged midsole is what is the industry term. But there you go, Sammy. You know.
Oh, this is a cop for sure. You got to put them in the. These need to be put in the collection for good keep.
Yeah, these are definitely cop. These are actually probably in my top 5 list, because I love what they've been doing with Nigel. The low is definitely probably one of my favorite Jordans, and I like the other ones that they did. I think the all white kind of you know, worn, or you know, those were dope too. And the bricks. I mean, so then you had the RTM green ones, the grandma's backyard or whatever that is, or grandma's front yard. Those were dope. But then the bricks, the bricks are top 5. But this right here, I don't know if it's better than the brick yet. I would love to get it in my hand, but this is a definite cop. All right. So let's show some sneakers. And look, the lows. I was looking earlier. I got a few pair of Jordan lows. I mean, the lows you can rock with anything, and just like the regular ones too. So, and the mids if you like the mids, because you know what, there is a mid colorway already of the all black. I don't know, but it's not the Nigels. But you know, they kind of tried to get ahead of the game. So I'm just gonna show some basic shit tonight. You know, everything is not always about heat. It's just always about, you know, what can you wear to the cookout during the summer, or just something different. So, and I think these were definitely keeping it 100, even though he didn't feature it. But I got these for like $45. These are all white, but this is green. It's green right here. So it's a good little summer shoe. Just some basic old Adidas Spiritins. It's basic. It's green again. So imagine this being green, and it's all white shoe. I don't even think I've showed all white shoe.
We're an interactive pod. You know what I mean? Use your imagination.
Imagination. So something slight out of the collection.
So I brought, y'all know I love a good animal print. These are my most recent cops from the Shein. These nice little baddies right here. I'm gonna style them with a nice solid color. You know, they'll be outside this summer.
Okay.
Seeing as though they got jokes if I'm cooking. Nah, I'm grilling tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be grilling in my good old Vans. You dig? You know, some West Coast shit. So, you know, wish you could get a plate, but you can't.
All right.
I got to wear some heaters today. But this was the pair that I was wearing running errands. These are the size Air Max ones that they came out with last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like just the hairy suede on these joints. Kind of hard to see with the green screen and stuff, but
bro, tell me you see the ones I sent you on IG. Tell me you see.
We're within like the last couple hours.
Yeah.
I haven't. I'll check. You would have known if I would have seen it, I'm sure.
I'll be waiting for the response. You already know.
Yep.
Where else can you find us? You can find us on Gen X TV. Go and download that app on the Roku device or take those down real quick. Roku device and or Amazon Fire Stick. Shout out to Coach Kim. Shout out to Chauncey. Shout out to Ebony, wonderful folks at Gen X TV, Black-owned business. We're going to get Coach Kim on here for the Black Business Series. We need to know what inspired the Gen X TV app and all that great stuff. And also, if you haven't watched the most recent Smoking Spiel, which we reviewed the movie Sinners, go check it out. It's there. We also review Boomerang. It's there. And we got some back catalog shows. It's there. We are currently in our chat trying to figure out what the next Smoking Spiel is going to be. There's been a couple suggestions. And once we take this vote and figure out, we'll have it.
We need a date.
Oh, we got to pick a day too.
Leo season is among us. Y'all focus.
We'll get all that. We'll announce it. Let's announce it within a week because we want to do it in July, and it's the first week of July. So tomorrow, Kendall B Morning Show. Kendall is on 4th of July. He'll be doing a Funky Friday station at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, followed by We Are Something Else Abstract with me. Heavy warning on the fancy language because look, most of y'all are gonna be off tomorrow, and I don't have to worry about your office hearing it. And if you are at work tomorrow, I'm gonna play cussing anyway because you shouldn't be at work. So whatever. And then y'all got any fourth plans? What y'all got going on?
It's not my holiday.
Are you off?
Of course I'm off. It's not my holiday. I'm gonna hang.
Okay.
It ain't about them motherfuckers in platinum wigs though. I ain't celebrating them. It's fine.
Okay. Fireworks, anybody?
For the children.
Man, just stay if you're in the DC area, stay away from 495 FedEx Field tomorrow and or Monday because Beyonce is here in town. So 2 dates. So just watch out for that. Other than that, we got, if you haven't listened to it yet, go listen to a great album, Sweets in the Soul Show, In His Mind. Deluxe coming super soon. But other than that, look, that's all I got. Mental health is real. Check on yourself. We always check on others. Check on others for sure. Continue to do that because people are struggling out here. But we also sometimes may be struggling internally and we don't want to talk about it. So if we don't want to talk about it, we got to check ourselves sometimes. You know if you're having a bad day. You're the first one to know if you're having a bad day. So before we project that bad day on anybody else, let's stop, take a breather, reflect upon ourselves and figure out what the issue is and how we can solve this internally. If we can't, grab a friend, grab a support buddy, talk to them, try to talk it out, listen to some music, do something. And then also take care of yourself. 30 minutes a day. Whatever activity you choose to do something for yourself and don't worry about anybody else. Just do it for yourself. We got kids. They'll be fine for 30 minutes. Put on some backyardigans, put on some wrestling, whatever it is that they choose to watch or do, let them do that. Do something for yourself 30 minutes a day. With all that said, that's really it. So
follow us on YouTube at WRSC Podcast. Be sure to like. Coming,